I move with the wind blowing through the trees. If you peep past the leaves, probably notice me. Might be hard, I keep it A1 like the lowest key, cause it's a cold world, but
Once again, my name is LaRocca Blue. This is your YouTube 101, where we talk about growing and monetizing your YouTube platform. I am here to get you from 0 to 1,000 real quick so that you can start monetizing on your YouTube platform. Once again, I have monetized a YouTube platform, so the best tips and tricks that I've seen while I was doing it, I will share with you. Again, it's not Bible, but hopefully it will help you on your YouTube journey. Again, we do this every Wednesday at 7, so I hope that you decide to stick around. Again, I appreciate you continue to tap the screen, share the live. If you know somebody who needs to think about monetization on other platforms and they've been thinking about YouTube for a while, go ahead, share this to them. But with that being said, we were going to do a little recap of what we covered. So again, starting off, the metrics, because that's the question that I get often every time I do these. Someone will pop up, well, how much do you need to get paid to do YouTubes? Now, there's one finite metric that has to happen no matter what. You need 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. 1,000 subscribers to get paid. Now, the second qualification is a either or. And depending on the content that you make or the time that you want to invest into it, you will decide which one you want to do. So 1,000 subscribers is the first metric. We always discuss it. I'm always going to say it when I start. You need 1,000 subscribers. The second requirement is either 4,000 watch hours on your long form content or 3 million views on your short form content. So short form content is going to be anywhere, and they're giving a little grace between like the 2 to 3 minute period. I think it's more so 2 minutes than 3, but 2 minutes or shorter, YouTube considers that a short, and your shorts are more likely going to be filmed in portrait mode, like we're looking at the screen, like I'm looking at you here now. 2 minutes or less, that's going to be your short form content. Your long form content preferably is always going to be shot in landscape mode. That means the long way, flip your phone to the side, shot in landscape mode, and that's going to be anywhere from 3 minutes to however long you want the video to be, depending on your analytics and how long your audience is staying engaged for. Now, with that being said, another thing that we're going to touch, once you get monetized, the requirement of your video so you can get paid for it, video has to be 8 minutes long minimum, and then however long that you need it to be. So once you get monetized, you know on long form videos, you need 8 minutes, 8 minutes, 8 minutes. Now, when you're growing your audience, again, and I'm just refreshing because we haven't discussed it in a while, but we are going to talk about new things today. When you're growing and you're not monetized, again, on your long form content, you want people watching a particular piece of content for as long as possible, but people still want to know the minimum, in my opinion. And so the minimum that you want to do while you're gaining your watch time and you're trying to get that 4,000 watch hours, the minimum that you want your long form content to be is 10 minutes or more. 10 minutes or more, right? And then it depends on your level of creativity, right? So for me, I did 10 minutes, and why I say 10 minutes, because when I started monetizing my YouTube channel, I had a lot of free time, and even now I still have a lot of free time in the afternoons, and the type of videos that I was doing, which were music reactions, I could get at least 2 to 3 videos up in a day. Now, I'm not saying you have to have that level of commitment. That's just where I was. So I was like 2 to 3 videos a day. If I did like 210 minutes, people are watching. And at the time, I had 20 to 30 people watching my videos at a time. I did the math. I was going to get to 4,000 quickly. So that's why I say at minimum, when you're growing your platform and you're trying to get to that 4,000 watch hours, the minimum you want to do is 10 minutes. And again, it can be as long as you want it to be, but I wouldn't go under 10 minutes. Now, once you get monetized on YouTube, you know they've accepted you into the partner program. Again, you can drop that down to 8 minutes, but it has to be at least 8 minutes to be a qualifying video to get paid for. But we can't get paid until we hit those metrics of watch time and subscribers. And so, as we talked about best practices to gain subscribers, the last time we talked about do's and don'ts when launching a YouTube channel. The worst thing that you can do when launching your YouTube channel is create the channel and start telling people you have a YouTube channel with no content on it. So the best practices is when you make your channel, I wouldn't start telling people I have a YouTube channel until you have 5 pieces of content that they can go see. That's going to give them a sample size of you. And in marketing circles, they say people need to interact with you 7 times before they decide if they're going to hit subscribe or not. So what do you think people are more likely to do when they come to your YouTube channel that you've told everybody to go follow? They get to your page, there's 5 pieces of content there, or there is none. So now you're gaining subscribers, and there's no content there. So you literally sent them on a dummy mission because they came with genuine intention to see what you were about, and there was nothing there. So we never want to have people show up to your channel and there's nothing there. So at least 5 videos before you even let anybody know that you have a YouTube. The second thing is don't let analysis become your paralysis. You do not need anything to start your YouTube channel outside of a camera, which could be on your phone, or a digital camera if you like editing on your computer. A camera, a tripod, and yourself. Like someone was like, Nice Mike. When I started my YouTube channel, it was just me, my phone. I didn't even have a tripod. It was me, my phone, and a car holder in my car. And I started to tell you do not need those things. Now, as you move forward in your YouTube journey, if you see things that are going to add value to your channel, if you can get it or add it to your channel without stressing you out, do it. But you don't need anything except for you, who you are, and your perspective, your vision, your the way you talk. Because no one can be you better than you. So we're looking to get to know you and what you're bringing to the table, however you're bringing that to the table. And so again, don't let analysis be your paralysis and be like, oh, I need this before I start. Oh, I need that before I start. Oh, the edits have to be this. The edits. No, record yourself, post it. Now, I am honest. If you record yourself and you hate it, don't post it. Don't be like, oh, I posted it and I'm scared people are not going to like it. Well, you should always be posting things that you feel good about. You get what I'm saying? Because no one's going to know you flubbed it or didn't flub it, because you have all the control in it. So if what people think is what's stopping you from growing your YouTube or putting your content out there, unlike being on live where it's real time, this is more pressure being on live than actually recording content and putting it either here or on YouTube. But we're talking about YouTube, so that's where I'm going to keep it at. So you're worried about how people are going to think about your content. You don't have to put the content out if you don't like it, right? You are the boss of that. So even if you do put something out, you're putting something out that you totally feel good about. So it really doesn't matter if people like it. The thing about content creation and social media, yes, people want to go viral. To be honest, 10% of people who do content creation are going to go viral. Everybody else, the other 90%, it's going to be some legwork. Now, I can't say if you're going to go viral or not. I can't say that. Some people's content creation is going to be a raging fire. They're going to come out. The people going to come. It's going to be that. Cool. Most of us, our content creation journey is going to be a slow burn. People are going to go on that journey with you. You're going to gain followers moderately to slowly. And you have to prepare your mind for that. And people are always like, well, I have to think of something that's going to make me go viral. No one who went viral planned on going viral. And when people start making content trying to go viral, that's when they lose people or lose integrity, because now you're doing stuff for clicks and views, and it shows. We can tell. As an audience, we can tell. Instead of you just showing up for your presenting your best authentic self. So when you're in the content creation game, I implore people, get the fact that I have to do something to go viral out your mind. No one who ever went viral planned to do so. All they did was, most of the time, they put stuff on there thinking that people wasn't going to fuck with it, and then woke up and was like, oh shoot, I'm viral. You want to make sure that the content that you're presenting to the world, whatever that content may be, is something that you're proud of and you were going to do anyway, if people were going to like it or not, right? So I do music reactions, right? And people think just because everybody in the world likes this song or likes this artist, I'm going to do the reaction and I'm going to glaze the artist just because everybody else thought the song was tight. No, people are coming to my page for my music reactions because they know if I don't like it, am I a hater when I don't like it? No, I'm not a hater, but I will tell you why I don't like it. And I will offer, although no one asks, I will offer my opinion on what, in my opinion, would have made that song a slapper or whatever. Do people have to agree with me? No. But the thing about it is, that's what creates engagement. Because the people who don't agree with me, please know, they're going to let me know in the comment section. And the people who agree with me, they're going to big me up and encourage me to keep going. And that's what you want. And that's going to get you closer to virality, is your integrity. If people show up to your page and they understand that every time they show up to your page, no matter what you're doing, you're being your most genuine, authentic self, and you're not doing it to get people to watch it. You're doing it to get people because you love it. And so that's why when I encourage people to start doing content creation, you always should start doing it something that you're passionate about, that you were going to do anyway. Even if nobody were ever going to give you $1, you would do this thing, you would talk about this subject anyway, right? Because if you're doing what you love, it will never feel like work. And that's where I want to get everybody to. That's where I want to be for myself. And so people are like, oh, I got to make all this content and it's overwhelming. Well, because your why, you're not doing it because you love it and offering it to the people. You're doing it to make money, and the money's not coming, and you're seeing the money's not coming as fast as you want the money to come. And now your passion is feeling like work, and now you don't know if no, don't do that. The money will come if you remain consistent and you remain true and authentic to the fact that you love it. So if you love to paint, take us on your painting journey. Take us to the art store with you and why you bought certain paint, why you need certain brushes. Take us on that journey with you. If people who don't love to paint, it's going to seem like a mundane video. But people who are interested in painting or maybe thinking about painting, they're going to be like, oh, okay, cool. I never thought about it that way. You may offer them a perspective that they've never thought about. And then some people who don't have access to the art world, because for some people art supplies are expensive and stuff like that, and they feel like you need a degree and you have to go to the I don't even know, the highest art school in the world just to be considered an artist. Seeing somebody who's a real person just like them in the art store will give them hope, and you can be that. So you never know, because people may feel like, oh, I want to do art and I don't know the first steps. And you could be the person that encourages the everyday person, hey, just go to the art store and get some paint in a canvas and just paint. You never know. You may like cooking food, and everybody thinks that to be a chef or whatever, everybody has to be Chef Ramsay. When we all know that our Meemaw got a recipe that need to be in somebody's restaurant. Our auntie got that cobbler recipe that slap, and you know how to make it. Well, take us on the journey. We're going to go shopping. We're going to get all these ingredients, and when we get back, we're going to make my auntie's favorite peach cobbler. Post your successes. Post your failures. Oh, we made an attempt to make my auntie's peach cobbler. I really fucked that up. Well, we're going to come back next week and we're going to try it. Or if there's something that you want me to make, let's try and do recipes together. You may encourage somebody who eats out all day to stay home and cook one day. You never know. You never know. But as long as you're showing up, being your most authentic self, and you love to cook, that's going to shine through, and people are going to gravitate towards you. And then, hopefully, fingers crossed, you have a moment that will get you viral. But you can't do anything, be viral or monetize if you don't post. If you don't post, right? So then we talked about things that, and I'm just doing a recap of what we did before we get to something new, because it's not really going to take long to go over the new stuff. Then we talked about what can you do if you don't know what to do. Now, I'm not saying that there's not any work involved, but I'm just saying it's easy if you do reactions, because you can react to anything. There is content in the world. You feel a way about it. Look at it, watch it, talk about it, react to it. Now, you can do real-time reactions like, hey, I've never seen this before. Watch me watch it together and talk about it then. Or you can watch it, come back and be like, I've just watched such and such and such. Here's how I feel about what went down, such and such character, things of that nature. But it doesn't take a lot of thought, because as long as whatever it is that you're talking about keeps being created, you can grab it and react to it. But another thing is, how are people subscribing to your channel? Most people think that people watch your videos and they subscribe. When you get into your analytics, and you'll see a lot of YouTubers say this, and I've seen it myself, most of your watch time is gonna come from people who never subscribe to your channel. That's just facts. Most of your watch time is going to come from people who never subscribe to your channel. But, well, how do we get people to subscribe? Well, there are 3 things that you can check, and you can check this in your YouTube studios. And we went over last time that I went live how to get to your YouTube studio. If you have a YouTube channel, on that homepage, all you have to do is scroll down that menu section until you see YouTube Studio, and that's going to get you to your direct YouTube channel's back office. Now, if you go in the analytics, there is a tab that says Analytics Advanced. You want to click that Analytics Advanced, and it's going to tell you where are your subscribers coming from. Most likely, it's going to be your landing page, your YouTube page. Now you're like, what's the difference between your landing page and your watch page? Because your watch page, when they say your YouTube watch, what they're saying is somebody watched a video and hit subscribe. Most people aren't going to do that. What they're going to do is, when you give them your YouTube channel, they're going to land on your YouTube page. So that's going to be your header, your little descriptive, and then the thumbnails of your content. Most people are going to look at that page and instantly decide if they're going to subscribe to you or not. So we want to be intentional about what people see when they come to our landing page, right? So Crystal does a great thing talking about this about TikTok. When I come to your YouTube page, I haven't seen one video, because I met you on the street and you were like, yeah, I have a YouTube. Here's my YouTube name. I wrote the name down. I typed it in the search, and I clicked your profile picture, and it brought me to your page. What am I seeing when I come to your page, right? So right there, knowing that most of your content is coming from that page, you want to make sure your landing page look good. And at the end of the day, I'm in the process of editing mine, because I monetized the channel when I didn't know that, right? So now that I know that, I have to fix that. As somebody who has monetized on YouTube, I have to fix mine. So instead of getting all the way there and realizing you got to go back and do something, how about we come out the gate and do the best first impression, right? And now, because when I started, we didn't have all these things. Canva wasn't a thing when I started YouTube, right? But now we have all these different programs via the App Store, websites that literally give you presets to make sure when they click on your YouTube page, it looks the best that it can possibly look. And that's just facts. They have not watched one video, but they'll come here and they'll be like, oh, this page looks like it got a lot going on. I'll be interested in. Let me subscribe. I may not have time right now to watch a video, but let me subscribe so the videos come across and I can come back. And that's usually what happens, right? So while people are there, what is making them consider subscribing to your channel? Your header, the thing at the very top of the screen. So being that they already typed your name in and clicked your profile, the last thing that needs to be in your header is your name again. So in that header, you may want to put like bullet points about what your channel's about, and you can do this via graphically or through text. You can do a standard picture of yourself and 3 things that you believe that people will get out of your channel, and just make it beautiful. And again, Canva, and there are different platforms that offer presets, so you don't have to worry about dimensions. All you have to do is worry about designing what looks aesthetically pleasing to you that you want to give to the world. And so even in that banner, in that header, you may have a picture, and this is just generic, it may have a picture of you in the middle like this, right? But on this side, it has, let's just say for me, reactions, vlogs, tutorials. That's the 3 things that I hope that you would get from my YouTube page, because I do music reactions. When I have time to and I'm doing something interesting, I will vlog it. And I'm putting these lives educating you on how to monetize on TikTok on there. So those are the 3 things of value that I hope that you get from my channel, right? So before somebody ever presses one of my videos, they're on my profile page and they see what they're going to get right in the header. LaRocca Blue, reactions, vlogs, tutorials. You're interested in that? I can't watch a video right now. Let me hit subscribe so I can come back and catch a reaction or a vlog, or when she's talking about YouTube, right? Even in that header, so on this side we have that. On the other side of my picture, and this is just a basic one, you can be as involved or not as you want to be. Creative license is up to you. On the other side, I may have a graphic that tells the person to subscribe, a call to action. A little graphic, because I know on the right side of the screen, that's where the subscribe button is. So I have a little arrow or something that says subscribe. So that encourages people to subscribe to the channel, right? So you're interested in these things, subscribe, and I'm in the middle, something like that. Or however you decide to design it. But that's what you want to do, right? Offer people what your channel is about in that header, right? The second thing that you want to do then, as I said, you shouldn't be telling people about your YouTube page if there's no content on your YouTube page. But if there is, YouTube is going to offer you to have a featured video, right? So when they come to your page, and then more so, I see this more for me personally, because I'm always on my phone, on the mobile version, they're going to have a featured video. Now, if you let YouTube auto-populate this, right, it may be a video that you were proud when you put it out, but you put way better stuff out since, right? So you want to be mindful and keep checking in on what video YouTube is putting as your featured video, because that is also controllable by you. Because if you don't like the one that YouTube picked, you can go back in your YouTube studio and pick a better video. If you like the one that they picked, don't do any extra work. Let YouTube do it for you. Like, I think the one that they have for me is a reaction I did to some UK hip-hop artist that's a female called Lady Luck. I believe that's her name. It's been so long. But that was, at the time, my most engaging reaction, my most animated one. It was the one that YouTube liked. And at the end of the day, I was proud of the video, and I still do music reactions. Now, have I gotten better at doing music reactions? Have I gotten better lighting, better equipment, and stuff like that? Yes, there are more reactions that I can choose to be a featured video, but I'm not mad at that video, so it's still there at the end of the day. So you want to think about that featured video, because if they type in your name, they see the header, they see your one hook line descriptor, the next thing they're going to see is your featured video. Okay, I got a little time. Instead of going through the whole profile, I'm going to look at the one that's featured. Does this featured video, do you like it? Okay, you like it? Cool. They watch the video. They'll decide if they're going to subscribe or not. Time they click your featured video, they're feeling some kind of way. If they're feeling nothing and they don't, something is not connecting them to the page, they're not going to press the featured video. The second thing that you want to do is the description, and not the whole description. We want to write a whole full description, but the part of the description they see before they expand it out, right? You get about 70 characters before they give you the arrow to expand and read the full description. In that 70 characters, what are you saying about your channel that will make them want to expand out the description, right? Because if they don't want to expand out the description to continue reading what you're talking about, they're not going to hit subscribe. So what can you say in those 70 characters that either make them want to expand out the description or press subscribe? Think about that. Think about that, right? And so it's like one sentence. Usually that 70 characters equals out to one sentence. So what is that one sentence in your description that's going to be the first line they see when they click your channel? They're going to see your profile, they're going to see your subscribers, and then they're going to see the about section of your channel, that one sentence. What are you saying in that one first sentence? I'm not saying that you can't say more, but you definitely have to have a hook in that first sentence that's either going to make them hit subscribe or expand out your description, read more, and hopefully hit subscribe after that. And again, these are all the things that people are doing and hitting subscribe before they ever watch a video, because they saw you on TikTok or on another platform or in the street, and you said, follow my YouTube. They jotted your name down. Now they're in YouTube and they actually typed it in. The first thing they're going to see is your page. So we have to be mindful of these things. Outside of they may be like, okay, see my homegirl, whatever. I'll click it. But how many people are going to be your homie that's just showing up on your page? Most of your people are going to be strangers. And again, YouTube will push your content out. It's not as suppressed as it is over here. So strangers are going to be seeing this, and you got to be intentional about what these strangers are getting. What is connecting them to you to make them want to press that featured video? Because if they look through your page and they click that featured video, I won't say 9, that's generous. 6 times out of 10, you've hooked them. They're going to come back and keep watching. Would we love them to hit the subscribe button? Yes. And 1% of people will. But that other 99%, they're going to press the feature video. You've hooked them. Now they're invested in what you got going on. And because they pressed it, they might come back and watch more content. And that's what we want, right? And so that was the new information I was talking about. So again, we want to be intentional. And again, you can go into your YouTube studio in your analytics and click the advanced analytics tab, and you can see where most of your subscribers are coming from. And once you know where most of your subscribers are coming from, you can then be more intentional, because it'll say that watch page, the next place that most people get their subscribers from is from the shorts. It's from the shorts. And I talk about all the time how you can repurpose your long form video through AI to create engaging shorts. So most people will be scrolling through the shorts, see your video, and right there hit subscribe in the short. Never coming to your page, they're scrolling through the short feed. So a lot of people will. So just because when we started, I said you can pick either or, you want to focus on making long form content or just doing shorts. It depends on your personality, but all are tools that are going to get you subscribers. Because let's just say, if you focus on making shorts, right? Yeah, there are going to be a lot of people who come for your shorts, but you're going to create a short that's going to make people want to know more, and they're going to click the short to your page looking for a long form video to finish out that short. And they're going to be highly disappointed if there's no long form video attached to the short that you made. So the best practice when you're doing shorts, your shorts, yes, you can make original shorts that come from nothing else, but it should be a percentage. Half of the shorts can be original content that was just going to be a short, nothing else. The other half should be shorts that are teasers to your long form content, and the link to the long form content should always be in the description of the short. So when people are like, oh, it cut off, oh man, what happened next? Click the link straight to the long form video. And because it's a short, they don't know where in the video that short is going to pop up. So 9 times out of 10, they're going to watch from beginning to end. Again, so in turn, reverse it. If you're focused on making long form content, well, we understand because of TikTok, people's attention spans are getting shorter and shorter. So most people will come on YouTube and scroll the shorts first. So you want some short to get people directed to your long form content, right? So again, we want to be busting down and taking out snippets of our long form content, creating a teaser for the shorts. We're not focusing on shorts, we're focusing on long form, but we want to do enough shorts to get people directed to your channel. And you'll see that people are coming from there. And again, 2 apps that I've not apps, websites. They don't have apps, they have websites that will not require you to do any extra editing are Spikes AI and Opus Clip. I started off with Spikes AI and I graduated to Opus Clip. Again, it's a personal preference. I'm not going to say one is better than the other. I just like Spikes AI. I like Opus Clip better. So much so that I then paid for the premium to have more access and more features. Again, because as I told you when I told these classes, I'm going to teach you how to grow and monetize your YouTube with $0 to no dollars. So everything that I'm talking about has a free option. Now know, when you're utilizing the free option of anything, some features and services are going to be limited. But if in that limited format, you are getting what you need to get out of it, one, you never have to bump up and use the pay features. But what will normally happen is you'll use the free version of things and start wanting to do more because it's working and it's helping you, and now you want to do more, and you'll then want to make that investment. Now, if you're in the beginning, you have the funds to make the investment, but you don't have to. You know, I don't have the funds to do it. Utilize, hey Mo, welcome in. Thank you for your daily heart me. I don't have the funds to pay for the premium feature. Well, do everything that you can do with the free version up until you get monetized, and then you can use the monetization from your videos to pay for the app that you want at the end of the day. And I hope and I encourage that everybody get there. I'm not telling you to do something that I didn't do. I didn't always utilize CapCut or Opus Clip. When I first started, the only app that I used was Video Leap, and I used the free version of Video Leap until it's such time as I could pay for it. Now that I'm more seasoned and other technology and other apps have come out, I've graduated to CapCut, but knowing that I'm going to be editing longer videos because I like long form content, from the experience I had with Video Leap, I don't want to go back to being limited to the free version. So I have the $9 to spare. I'm going to pay the $9 for the premium version. Opus Clip, I like it better. I like the way it does the clips. I like the captions that they do. I like it better. I want to continue to use it and have more features. I'm going to pay the $9.99 for the premium version of Opus Clip. So I've improved my channel for $20. Now, if you don't have the $20, I'm not saying, yo, you got to find this $20 and you just have to make these. No, utilize the free version. Do what you can do for free. Do what you're proud of for free. Put it out there. That Twitch to do more is always going to be there, and let that Twitch drive you to continue making content. Well, if I keep posting and stuff like that, I'm going to get to those watch hours faster. If I do these techniques, I'm going to get more subscribers faster. Then I'm going to get in the partner program faster. I get monetized faster. I can then pay for these things so I can do and take that issue away, because now I'm paying for the premium service, but I'm not paying for it and not getting anything out of it. I'm paying for it and my content is better for it, which is bringing me more money from the platform that I'm using it for. So I made an investment into my content creation that makes sense. Does that make sense? All right. And so, yeah, so you want to think about that. And so the last thing I'll talk about is people who are really beholden to this niche thing. And let me not say niche thing, because that sounds very dismissive. The people who aren't beholden to having to have a niche. Okay, you feel like you need to have a niche? Cool. Let's make it make sense. Supply and demand, right? Let's just say your niche is working out. Well, you're starting new to YouTube, and there are people out there already doing workout videos. So what are you bringing to the table that's going to make people who have been here already and have followings become a blip on that radar, right? What and the workout thing can you bring to the table? There are ways to find that out. And so there are different add-ons, and I encourage anybody who has an Android, a regular laptop, Chromebook, or whatever, get Google Chrome, because they have plugins that work in Google Chrome that cost you nothing that can help you out. And you can type in what people are actually typing and searching for in the workout space. Is it actually workout plans? Is it diet? Is it supplements? Is it fasting? What is it that they're doing? And then you can you know that your niche is health and wellness, but now you have a guide of what people are looking for. So if you know that there are a billion people doing workouts and they've literally cultivated that space, okay, you do workouts too, but over here people are searching for workouts with diet. So let's just say a million people are looking for that, but not many people are making that content. Start making that content. So you always, if you're going to be niche specific, you always want to look at supply and demand. You see it all the time on this application where they be like, oh, go to TikTok Creator Search Insights, right? What are you doing over there? You're looking at what are people searching for and where is the content? Okay, so I'm looking for something that has high search, low content, because then I can start making the content. So when people put in that search term, the first person they see is me, because not a lot of people are making this content. And the reason why I'm not being content specific, because in every niche, it could be anything. So you want to look in those search insights, right? Even here, even if you're not going to translate over to YouTube and you stay here, go into the creator search insights. TikTok is literally telling you what people are searching for and how much content is there for that. If you do makeup, everybody's doing makeup, right? Okay, some people are doing the makeup transitions. There are many people doing the special effects makeup and stuff like that. You might find in the creator search insights, people, yeah, they like the exaggerated makeup, but most people are searching for how do I apply basic makeup every day. I don't know. I'm not a makeup girly. I don't know what makeup girls would be looking for. But there's an area in makeup that people are looking for, and someone's not making that content. Make that content. And again, this is only if you want to be niche specific. Everybody knows how I feel about it. You are the niche. Whatever you decide to do, give it to the people and let your tribe find you. But some people want to have a lane to be in. And if that's you, then how to do it. Now, if you want to have other things outside of this, Google, you can go in Google and type in Google search, what's the top thing people are searching for? Okay, Google's going to do that for you, give you a list. In that list, what kind of content can you make according to your niche? For me, it would be music reaction. So I would go and be like, okay, what are people searching for in regards to music? Some people, it'll say reactions. I'm kind of solidified in the reaction community. I only got like 3,500 followers, but people know me to do music reactions. Now, am I as big as those people, the No Life Shacks or Screwface Johns of the world? No, but I've cultivated 3,500 people who care what I have to say when it comes to music, right? So I know a million people are doing music reactions. I more specifically do hip hop. Okay, I know that cuts that down. Where in hip hop can I make my mark? Well, people are searching this specific artist and people are not making content in relation to this artist. Okay, well, let me go ahead and listen to that artist and do a real reaction. I'm still genuinely being me. It's in something that I'm passionate about, which is music. And now I just found an artist that I didn't know about that people are looking for. So now when I make that video and somebody goes on YouTube and let's just say, and obviously we already know this person is famous, so, but this is just for the example. Let's just say Billie Eilish. Let's just say everybody was looking for Billie Eilish reactions. Nobody was making them. I decided to make one. So now all those people who keep coming and type in Billie Eilish reactions, guess who they're going to see first? Me. And because I'm one of the few people who are doing the thing that they're actually looking for, they're going to be more encouraged to subscribe to my channel because I am giving them exactly what they're looking for. So again, if you're being niche specific, that's going to be the best way to help you get subscribers fast. In your niche, look for what people are typing for. What are people who are looking for the most that has the least amount of content made for it? Jump in and make that content. With that being said, that is all we talked about for about an hour. That is all that I have to offer for today. Do we have any questions, concerns, anything? You can request to come up or type it. I understand the box is limited. But if we have no questions, then I'll go ahead and let you to your Wednesday. But I'll give it a few seconds to give you a moment to type your questions if you're typing any. Again, I will thank everyone for being here. We have 5 beautiful souls in the room. And we got to 15.5K likes. Thank you so much. No. The minimum, you should at least post 1 video. Now, I can't say you should post 1 video a day. I would encourage you to post 1 video a day. But you can post as much as you want to post, because unlike this algorithm where the more you post, it kind of blocks out other videos, on YouTube, the more you post, it's encouraged because they're like, okay, this person is actively contributing to the channel. Let's bump them out. So I encourage posting more, right? What I would say, and this varies in different time zones. And again, in your YouTube analytics, you can get this information for your time zone. What are your peak times? I know for the East Coast, the peak times is in the morning, in the early morning hours, the insomniacs, 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, you can post and let that post go into the day. Another peak time is like brunch hours. It's like 10 o'clock to about 2 o'clock. People are on the app, so you want to post in there. And then regular prime time between 7 to 10, when people have come home from work and they're winding down, they may come in and put YouTube on the TV and let it go. Hey, welcome in. Again, if you've missed anything that I've covered today, this live will be downloaded and concise on my YouTube channel. So anything that you missed, it will be there. But yeah, the more you post on YouTube, the more you will be rewarded. What I always say is, and you've heard me say it often, don't introduce your audience to a standard that you cannot maintain. So you're trying to grow your platform and you're trying to get subscribers and watch time. So you start uploading 3 times a day, every day. And you do that because you're on the push and the grind to get the subscribers and the watch hours. Your audience doesn't know that's what you're doing, right? It could be assumed, but realistically, again, your audience is coming when they come. They don't know what stage of the process that you're in. So they don't know what you're doing. They're just assuming, oh, I found somebody who not only posts a lot, but posts every day. Then you get monetized or get burned out. Now you went from posting 3 times a day every day to posting once a week or not at all. And guilty. I've done that to my subscribers. I used to post multiple times a day, every day. And now they're lucky if they get 1 or 2 videos a month. But I'm not going to re-up it knowing that I can't maintain that standard anymore. So now I'm trying to get them used to me posting maybe once or twice a month. And that's consistency for me. But what I'm going to be better at is if I'm only going to be posting once or twice a month, I'm going to have a lot of content to post on that. I'm saying that wrong. I will post once or twice, 1 or 2 days in a month, but I will be posting a lot of content. So I'll be in the background recording a lot of content, but I'm not going to post it. I'm going to take the time to edit it and make it feel like I want it to feel. I'm going to make sure that I'm super proud of the work that I'm putting out. And then I'm going to put it out again to facilitate in between when I'm doing vlogs, because ultimately my life, obviously y'all know, was hard. I'm not going out into the world and doing a lot of stuff. So the vlogs I want to do are not going to come every day. I'm not into a space where I can be an everyday vlogger. So to facilitate the times in between I'm vlogging, I'm giving them these these TikTok lives, right? In between the time that I'm not recording and editing TikTok lives, I'm giving them music reactions. So I have 3 forms of content that I can post. So the 2 times a month that I post, you're going to get 1 to 3 videos. It could be anywhere from 1 post to 3 posts in the same day. So you're going to get a TikTok live, a reaction, and a vlog whenever I have something interesting in my life that I feel like I could vlog about. Now, thank you so much for your daily heart, Menisha. Now, am I hoping that in this journey and doing it, that my I become more successful, that I then have more time to get out and do more in the world. Yes, I plan on when it gets warmer being outside a whole lot more and vlogging a whole lot more, but I'm definitely not going to make that effort while it's cold and definitely not while it's snowing. So I'm not going to set that expectation that you're going to come to my page and you're going to get a vlog every day. My name is not Queen. I'm not Clarence. I'm grown. You know what I'm saying? I'm a homebody for the most part. At the end of the day, if I'm vlogging, it'll probably be the stuff I'm doing around my house. I'm going to cook a meal today. You know what I'm saying? I might go shopping to do a meal and stuff like that. And I'm not trying to downplay it, but I'm creating realistic expectations for my audience, and I encourage you to do the same. Now, with that being said, that was a long form answer to say the sky is the limit. Post as much as you want. YouTube is never going to be like, hey, you're posting too much. You want to slow that down? No. At the end of the day, they're going to encourage it, because the more you post, you will see more of your videos unprompted on the trending page. And you didn't do anything but post. And I'm not saying that you don't have to do stuff and kind of be engaging in your content and have keyword searches and stuff like that. You do. But again, YouTube will reward you for contributing to their platform. So the more you contribute, they will encourage you to do so by doing the things that you want to see. Like when you open your YouTube page, when you scroll that first screen there, a couple of your videos pop up. Whereas right now, none of them are popping up. So those are things that you will then see and get addicted to. And I'm telling you, because it happened to me. I remember when I was scrolling, I just came on YouTube. I didn't plan on posting anything. I was like, look, I posted a lot. I just want to get in and watch some YouTubes for a while. And I was scrolling, and 3 of the things that I scrolled was my videos. I was like, what? And I didn't do anything. So at the end of the day, it feels good. And so endorphins, the way endorphins work, once you feel it, you want to feel it again. So did that motivate me and encourage me to post more? Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Did people being excited about the way I edited my videos and all the little shit that I threw in my reactions to make them funny and stuff like that, did that encourage me to post more? Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Did people hating on my reactions and shut up and why are you talking so much? I'm like, why are you on a fucking reaction channel if you just wanted to hear the song? Shit like that. Did that encourage me to post more? Yes, it did. And your endorphins will be high and you will get addicted to that stuff. But be mindful. All of that stuff can happen. The one thing that I wish that people would let go is, well, what do I got to do to go viral? Let that go. You want to make content to be consistent and grow an audience or a community, depending on how you look at it. Virality, if it's going to come, will come because something that you did is relatable to the masses. Something that you did was hilarious to the masses. But trying to create things just to be viral, I'm going to be honest with you, only 10% of people, and understand that there are millions of creators on YouTube, 10% of them are going viral. So that leaves 90% of people doing the work. And when you really look at the 90%, even the successful channels, even the Mr. Beast of the world, they literally were consistent. And as their audience grew, they just invested more in the channel and did more stuff. But they did the legwork. And they set little goals. Like when I first started, my first goal was to get 100 followers. Once I got 100, my next goal was to get 250. Once I got 250, my next goal was to get 500. And once I got to 500, I just started doubling it. I got 500, can I get 1,000? I got 1,000, can I get 2? I got 2, can I get 3? Now I'm at almost 35. My next goal is to get 5,000. So for my vision board that I'm going to be doing on the 31st with Crystal, and if you're not part of the Key Player Discord, we are having a vision board event on the 31st where we took time to think about what we really want to manifest and achieve in a year and do a vision board in that way, as opposed to fly by the seat of our pants on December 31st trying to make resolutions that we really didn't think about. One of my things that I'm going to put on my vision board, my goal for the year 2025 is by 2026, I have 5,000 YouTube subscribers. That's my goal. That's what I'm going to put on my vision board. And again, you celebrate those little wins however you want to celebrate them, right? When I first started, my first 100 was just me being super excited. By the time I got to 500, I did, at the time, because I had a little extra income, I did little Cash App giveaways. Then I did apparel giveaways. It could be easy as, oh, I'm going to go to Party City. Oh, they're closing. That's sad. Party cities are closing. Well, somewhere where I can get helium balloons, 5K balloons, I'm going to go live and we're going to have a celebratory live on YouTube. Now, what happens in that celebratory live? Who knows, but we're celebrating. But every goal that you set, either you can keep it to yourself and when you hit it, celebrate how you need to celebrate it for yourself, or put it out to your community to encourage them to help you get there. And when you get there, celebrate it with them. It could be, oh, I'm just starting my channel. I'm just looking for 25 followers. Once you get to 25, celebrate like you got 1 million. When you get to 25, can I get to 100? And you tell your people so they know what you're shooting for. And sometimes because you're shooting for that, your community will be your unintentional accountability partner because they will talk shit to you. Oh, you want to get 5,000 subscribers, but you're not here. I know for sure I have 3 reactions that I need to do. One somebody, and they're new. When in my comment sections, oh, do a reaction to this artist. I was like, I got you. Crystal, right here. Oh, this tiny desk might be a good reaction. I got you. Got to do it. I got to do it. So my audience in my comment section is giving me content to make. Now the earnest is on me to make it, right? To make it. And because people in my comment section told me this is what they want to see, I understand that I have an audience for it. So it's not me, doing what people say just for clicks and views. Everybody knows I love talking about music. Everybody knows that I love talking about music. Now, do we as a TikTok audience know why I haven't made those videos? Obviously, you know why, because I was in a transition. I'm here now. And I got the desk and everything coming. Do I need a desk to do it? No, but I'll be more comfortable if I had one. So I'm getting it. Then I can sit down, set up my computer in the setup to where I never have to keep moving stuff around. Once it's set up, that's the setup. And all I have to do is come, sit down, be comfortable, do my music reactions, and move on. And they're coming. They're coming. And once I do that, I'm going to get back into the rhythm of my editing scheme and doing it how I used to do it and adding all the things that I love in it. And I'm going to get back to it. I'm going to do it. But I'm passionate about it. I would make these reactions anyway. You're just coming along, and now I'm introducing you to my chat. And again, we're all tribe. We're finding each other. You love music like I love music. You're going to enjoy coming to my channel. You love learning like I like learning. You're going to enjoy coming to my channel because I'm talking about how to grow on the platform that you're on, YouTube. At the end of the day, you like trying to change from being an introvert to a little bit extroverted. You're going to enjoy coming to my channel because I'm an introvert. I am trying to be more social because it's sad because I don't go anywhere. I don't have physical people in my real life that I can just call and be like, yo, let's go kick it. Because I'm so cool with being at home, but I'm trying to change that. That's something I'm trying to change about me. And I'm going to vlog it and take you guys with me to see if it's even possible to become an extrovert from being an introvert. But if you were an introvert and you were thinking about, hey, we really got to go outside to get the love and affection and stuff that we say we want, you want to see if that's possible, you're going to enjoy coming to my channel. But that's where I'm at with it. And again, my name is LaRocca Blue TV on YouTube. The link is in my bio. If you want to follow me on that platform, I do encourage you to do so. And again, anything that you missed in this YouTube 101 class will be edited, concise down, and posted on that YouTube channel. With that being said, do we have any other questions or concerns that I may talk about in regards to YouTube? I mean, doing trends is part of your story. At the end of the day, if you're good at doing trends, do them. Do them. At the end of the day, that's the great thing about content creation. Your story is whatever you're comfortable releasing, because sometimes people will hear, share your story, and they think that they have to then be so vulnerable and hit their audience with verbal diarrhea that they may be sharing a little bit too much. No, it's what you're comfortable with sharing. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes telling your story can be as simple as, you know what, how I started this live. Realistically, TT hasn't felt the same since the band. Coming back hasn't felt the same, and I had no motivation to do this live. But I told you guys I'd be here every Wednesday at 7, so I'm going to honor my word and be here and show up for you guys. That's my story. That's my truth. Are there any other people out there who feel the same, that TikTok has been wild since we came back? Yes. Can they relate to me in that way? Yes. And it's super simple. Did I have to go deep in my personal life and expose my deep, darkest secrets? No. My story is I feel weird being on TikTok right now. Ever since we've come back from the band, I felt weird and I have really had no desire to be on this platform. That's the truth. That's the truth. That's my story. Anybody out there feel the same? Simple things. So when you hear people say share your story, that could be a story that you share. Your story could be, yo, nobody loves Italian food more than me. So go with me on this journey. We're gonna find the best Italian food everywhere. And that's and do whatever you can afford to do. And then that means the food that you can cook in your house to going out to restaurants and eating it. That's your story. Tell it. You get me? I love Italian food. In this specific order. The foods that I love that will melt my heart. Obviously, soul food is going to be number one. Home, and I'm not talking about restaurant soul food. I'm talking about home cooking soul food. So if you can get in your kitchen and make an amazing soul food dish, you've got me locked in. Number 2, seafood. Any kind of seafood. I love it from fish to shellfish. I love seafood. Number 3, Italian food. Number 4, Mexican. So if you're talking about any of those 4 things, I am locked in. But then I'm also a big bag, so I like food. So after you go past my favorites, if you're talking about food 9 times out of 10, I'm going to check in just to see if it's good or not. Would I even try that meal you're talking about? Oh, what you're talking about sounds good. How do you make that? Are you offering a way to know how to cook that? See, I'm telling you, this is how people think when they're watching content. This is how people think when they're watching your content. And I'm not going to pick on Crystal, but being that she gets to be Big Sis Chris all the time, I'm going to be Big Sis T all the time. She talks about digital products all the time. She talks about the world of digital all the time. Totally interested. Okay. Where is the content to support that? I need to know more. I need to know more than what you're saying on your live. Where's the content to support that? That's how I'm looking at it. I know other people are looking at it too. Yes, you're the master of all things digital. Talk to me like I'm a 4-year-old. I'm not from the digital marketing world. What does that mean? Step 1, what does that look like? How do we get started? I know some things that she's offering as a subscriber thing, but before I even subscribe to you, if I don't know what you're talking about, what's going to make me subscribe? Because it seems like everything you're talking about is over my head. And I'm not saying that that's what's happening now. I'm just talking in the mind of a prospective subscriber. Okay, I love DBA. What the fuck does that mean? What the fuck is DBA? Oh, there's a website? Okay, cool. Okay, so outside of how to get the website, what are we talking about? Oh, they offer classes? Cool. Cool. You can sell it as a thing of this? Okay, cool. Give me a snippet. Tease me. Something. Tease me. Make me say, oh, she got me enough information that even though I didn't know anything before, I know a little bit more, but I want to know more. So I'm either going to have to buy what she's selling or I'm going to have to subscribe. That simple. Again, you paint. I like art. I think I could paint. Well, where's the first step I start? Do I just start by drawing sketches? Did you start by drawing sketches? Okay, give me a quick video. Maybe a story time. It could be a story time and or a tutorial, or how you got started and figured out you loved art. Was it you drawing sketches? We'll talk about the first sketch you ever drew, looked at it. Can you talk about that for 10 minutes? Can you? Cool, you can. Set up a camera, talk about it for 10 minutes. Do an intro, outro, post it. Okay, that created the love of art. Once I realized I loved art, I wanted to start doing art. Well, the first thing I needed to do art was get equipment. So come with me, let's go in the art store. Let's get the things that you want. You want to be a sketch artist. Well, you might want to look at these charcoal pens. I haven't really used them because I'm not a charcoal artist, but at the end of the day, look at what's available to you at an art store. Have you ever been to an art store? I don't know. But these are the things you got to think about. And I'm doing different things that I know people around me do, and I hope they don't feel picked on. It's just that this is me encouraging, this is the content that they could be making, right? I know I got cooks. Affiliate marketing. I know I got my best friend, Rav, affiliate marketing. She will go anywhere that affiliate marketing is, create an account and try to become down with the affiliate marketing team. Okay, well, walk us through one company that you're working with. How'd you create that email? Okay, cool. How do I monetize that? Well, this is the email that I use. So if you want to use my template, I'm offering my template as a digital product for $5.99. You don't have to do anything but change your name in the company. This is the email I sent that got me all the yeses that I got. I can teach you how to do it, or I can start creating content of this is what I wrote and cut it off at the point where they need to know more. So they have two options. Either they're going to buy what you're selling or they're going to subscribe. But talk to me like I'm a 4-year-old. And it's not being disingenuous or elitist or whatever. Understand when people are coming with a zero knowledge of things, when somebody's coming with a zero knowledge of something, they're mentally an infant. So no matter what age they're at, 0 to 100, no matter what age they're at, if they don't know what you're talking about, they're mentally an infant. So if you're offering something or teaching something, you have to be able to break it down like you're talking to a 4-year-old. How would you get a 4-year-old into digital marketing? How would you get a 4-year-old into cooking? How would you get a 4-year-old into painting? How would you get a 4-year-old into music? And talk to them like that at the end of the day. And you will realize that translates much further than the complex things. Now, you can think as big as you want to think. And the people you encourage, and you can encourage them to think as big as they want to think. But when you're offering it and you're explaining it and or teaching it, can a 4-year-old understand what you're saying? And if the answer is no, we're going to have to revisit how you're conveying a message. Because it's not saying that people are dumb, but we don't know what we don't know. And if we don't know, we're mentally just being born to it. You are the mother of this new information. So if we're mentally immature about the subject that's being presented, then yes, you're going to have to walk it through and talk to us like we're children. That's just facts. And that's not an insult to anyone. Thank you so much for the cowboy hat and the mustache. I appreciate that so very much. Any other questions? I literally talked for an hour. This was just a question and answer period. If you missed anything in regards to this live and want to revisit it for the first time or revisit it and just get the information again, it will be posted on my YouTube channel. Any other questions? We got 4 more minutes. I think I'll do a hard hour and a half. 4 more minutes. Anybody else have any other questions? With that being said, we have 7 beautiful souls in the room. Thank you so very much for 20.6K likes. Thank you so much. YouTube lives, run them like this. At the end of the day, run them like your TikTok lives. Understand this. Very few platforms that are coming out now are doing the multi-guest thing. They're trying to implement it, but understand that they don't. So if you go live on any other platform outside of this one and maybe one other one, you are the star of the show. And so I offer it like how I offered it when I encouraged people and we were encouraging people to go live on this platform. When you go live on this platform, the first time you go live, you don't have access to multi-guests, right? So you better pick a subject that you're passionate to talk about that you could talk about anyway, right? A subject that you could talk about anyway, right? And talk about it until people start commenting in the comments, and then you have comments that you can react to. The one thing, and this is just a personal thing for me, is going online expecting people to converse with you. You should always, no matter how popular or non-popular you are, no matter what live, you should always start a live thinking no one is going to talk to you, right? So if you are live and you are assuming that no one is going to talk to you, what could you monologue about for the certain amount of time that you want to stay live for without anybody saying a word to you? If you're funny and you're good at doing story times, well, I'm live, let me tell you about this time, such and such and such. And instead of focusing on, oh, I'm having this conversation and nobody's in the room, treat it like a video that you're recording. When you're recording your content to post, there's nobody talking to you in real time. What you would want to do, thank you, Nisha Boo, for being here. Thank you so much for the hand heart. What you want to do is get so comfortable talking without interacting that you have to now recondition yourself to check back in with the comments, right? So that way you have a live that's active, because just like on here, on YouTube, when they're scrolling the short thing, those lives do pop up. No one's going to go, no, I'm not going to say no one, some people will, but most people are not going to go in a live where the person is just on live waiting for somebody to say something to them and waiting for somebody to show up. What is encouraging me to click watch live? Nothing. Now, if you're in the middle of a story time, what you talking about? What I miss? You're in the middle of a cooking tutorial. Oh man, I missed the beginning, but I want to see the end result. I'm talking about music. Oh, you talking about hip hop? Okay, what are you talking about hip hop? You love new school hip hop? You don't? But these are things that you could talk about, right? And then for comfort level, what did I say? If you start making content, and especially if you're doing reaction content, and you just talk to the camera like you're talking to your good friend, your best friend in the whole world, look the camera. Like right now, it looks like I'm looking directly at you, but I'm looking at myself, having a conversation. What would I say to me? How would I converse with me? Have that conversation. And then look down at the comments. You will build up that skill to have the more confidence to go live if you make content, especially if you make reactionary content, because you have to get used to recording and talking with nobody being there. So then when you go on live, if nobody's talking to you in the comments, you're still used to talking with nobody being there. Now, you're so used to talking with nobody being there, you have to get used to, oh, people are talking to me. And that's the problem I have, and you guys can see it. I'm getting a little bit better at it, where I would be on live and I'd be fucking talking my head off for hours, wouldn't read one comment. Not that I didn't care that people were commenting. I was so grateful. But because I've come from the YouTube space and recording and just me and the camera, y'all comments are interrupting me and the camera. I have to break myself out of that to be a live host on this platform. But understand, when I go live, outside on the weekend, yes, I need concessions to play my game. But like Wednesday, I'm talking to you. I could talk about YouTube for hours, never have anybody in the box, never have to read one comment, and I can still talk about YouTube, right? So when you go over to YouTube, know that you don't have a guest box. Know that you're not going to have people in your comment section right away. So what can you talk about for at least 15 to 30 minutes? Because at the end of the day, if you're just going to go live for 5 minutes, then what was the fucking point? So have a time frame that you want to be on live and just create a monologue that you can talk about for that amount of time, regardless if there was anybody in the room or not. If you enjoyed this tutorial, this conversation about growing and monetizing on YouTube, I do encourage for you to come back next week, Wednesday at 7. Again, if you want to revisit what we talked about today, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel or subscribing to me here, and we can do one-on-ones where we can actually have personal conversations and walkthroughs on how we can grow and monetize that channel without you falling through the landmines that I fell through. With that being said, for the 7 beautiful souls that are still in the room, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the 21.6K likes. Again, you could have been in any live in the world and you decided to come for mine, and I greatly appreciate that. Until, I don't know if I'm going live this weekend because I'm still in transition from moving, but if I do go live this weekend, I will see you Saturday and or Sunday. Until such time, love and light to all the beautiful souls in the world.
I move with the wind blowing through the trees. If you peek past the leaves, probably notice me. Might be hard, I keep it A1 like the lowest key, cause it's a cold world, but 100 proof this doesn't freeze. Please, I'm sick as any known disease. Flow instinctual like when you're born, you know to breathe. Believe, I'm no myth, but born to be a legend. I was told by a reverend days after conception to say I'd be a blessing, consider